I'm Judd Tully with Artinfo, and I'm here at the Armory Show on the Hudson River with Noah Horowitz, the Executive Director of the Armory Show.
This is our tightest list yet. There's less than 200 galleries this year.
Less than 200.
So it's quite a bit smaller. And the quality is really shining through, I think, this year. We work tirelessly to differentiate our fair from everybody else. And I think to really address the fundamental question of what it means not only to be a fair nowadays, but to be a fair in New York City, really is a gateway to the American market. And so for us, it's the most rewarding thing to see it all on view today. So we're here in the booth of Kamel Menor. It's one of my favorite galleries in France and one of the best galleries anywhere in the world. Certainly one of the highlights of the fair this year at the Armory is Kamel's presentation of Buren.
The 60s, some of the work are in the booth. He was in the Caribbean and he found his, in French we say, outil de langage. It means the way of writing on the canvas. Challenge here in the Armory is to bring to the American audience or to the international audience 5 decades of works from the 65 to 2015 to show how an artist can behave in the same concept but evolving and having this evolution, you know.
We're standing in front of a painting by the American artist Paul Jenkins.
Really beautiful example of this sort of second generation abstract expressionism, very muscular, very filled with body and light and color, tremendous passion and energy. This is an example of a sort of staining and dripping technique for which Jenkins was quite well known.
And I wanted to ask Josh about this particular young artist who you're showing here, which I would assume would be for the first time at an art.
We've shown her.
Yeah. And it's Elisa
Nissenbaum.
Right.
And Elisa is a American, Swedish, Mexican artist based in New York. And she paints all of her paintings from life. So all of the subjects, she's invited into their rooms, into their houses. They're all Central American immigrants that live in Queens. So you see this process of the gaze, I suppose, or of extensive observation that you can really tell when you're looking at these faces. A lot of looking and discussion and a kind of intensity of engagement has taken place.
Jack, we're standing in front of this rather huge and magnificent Anatsui tapestry mural piece. And tell me a little bit about his work, and you've been working with him for a number of years.
Yeah, for quite a while. Well, it's interesting to know that El lives and works in Nigeria, and the material that he works with in these pieces, they're metal from alcohol products that were actually made in Africa, and so he's recycling these pieces, these little bits, and making them into these large wall sculptures. He goes on walks in the morning, and he was on a walk, and he found this burlap bag full of this kind of metal, and it sat in the studio for years until he started thinking about what he wanted to do with it.